Hey everyone, welcome back to A Gentleman's Life. I'm on the laptop today and maybe kind of bouncing back and forth as we do episode 3 of a weekly snapshot. So this is about a day late, 2 days late this weekend, and I missed the weekend before that. Well, that's because I was moving to a different location. So I am now in a different part of the country. And I've settled to a new schedule, new routine, etc. I have a new location, hence these lovely mattresses pushed up against the wall behind me. And yeah, that's where I am for now. So I guess kind of to go along with that, before that, on the wrist today, I'm not in the air, so I'm wearing the Sunto Core all black. Super comfortable silicone band on this one. Super light, really comfy. So that's what I'm wearing today. So go along my move. It's a bit different from what we would normally be used to with your normal time downrange. And it kind of goes along with a book I've been reading, in my mind at least. It's interesting working for an organization that is inherently more flexible and shifts more quickly and more easily. So a book suggestion is Team of Teams, Ignore My Coffee Stains. It's been in my bag along with my coffee mug at times, from former General McChrystal. And it's a really interesting read on kind of changing a large organization to match kind of the rapid shift we've had in our modern world. And it takes from the perspective of being the commander in charge of Special Operations Command back sometime in between 2000 and 2010. I don't remember the exact years, but he uses his lessons and the adjustments made during that time frame to kind of tackle that topic of organizational change as the world changes around you, and also explains kind of how the world shifted, how organizations shifted, what they did with the Industrial Revolution and pushing for efficiency. And then discusses kind of shifting in today's world that moves away from like efficiency isn't good enough because there's so many factors affecting everything in a globalized world. So yeah, just a really interesting book and well worth a read. I'll find a link on Amazon or something and link it up down below. All right, I guess to go along with the media, another interesting thing was a documentary I watched over the past couple of weeks, and this is The Man in Le Mans. And this is a documentary regarding Steve McQueen, his love for auto racing and Le Mans, and his work to make the movie related to Le Mans, and the struggles to get that made, and how it wasn't really successful, well received in its time, and how it really was quite ahead of its time and almost more documentary-like than movie, Hollywood-like. And it was just really interesting. Le Mans is also a wonderful movie to watch. I think it was filmed in a way you just couldn't do today. There'd be a lot more computer and CGI-based effects today, and they did it for real. And just a really interesting documentary. So if you're into autos at all, or Steve McQueen, or film, I think that is well worth a watch and really interesting. So I watched that. I believe it was on Amazon Prime, so I can link that below. If you do use Amazon Prime, it will be one of the streaming videos that's included with Prime, so that's also quite helpful. What else did we have today? Also, on The Economist, there was an article about possible like volcanic eruptions in Iceland, explaining the kind of the famine, the dark years of Europe. I just thought it was a really interesting read, and I find it fascinating today in science, kind of how we can have an adjusted view of the past or learn more about how and why things happened in the past, which I think is always valuable, and it can kind of give you sometimes clues of what might be important about the present or to look forward to in the future. So just a really interesting article. I will also link that down below. So those are really the only 3 things I had as kind of out there different things for this week, 2 week span. Take that back. There was another documentary on Netflix that I really enjoyed, and I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was about the 7 days following Princess Diana's death. Just really interesting. So that was also an interesting watch as well. I vaguely remember that as a child, so it was really interesting to watch. Other than that, that is really it for today. Yeah, I'm in a different location, getting back to a video. I'll have another one coming up soon about random things here or there. Of course, we'll keep the weekly snapshots going, and whatever interests me over the week, I will share with all of you. You guys let me know what you think of the kind of the new entry into the videos. I chose some new music and decided to do a montage of photos. So if you guys like that, don't like that, let me know. Until next week, hope you enjoyed the video.